The murder case against Larry Millete is moving forward. Just hours ago, a judge ruled he is mentally competent to stand trial.
He's charged with murdering his wife, Maya, whose body still has not been found. As CBS 8's David Goffredson reports, Maya's family members are ready for this trial to get started.
The defendant is mentally competent. Therefore, criminal proceedings shall be reinstated.
After a 3-month delay in the murder trial of Larry Millete, a judge has ruled he is mentally competent to stand trial. Criminal proceedings were suspended in June after Milliete's attorney told the court she was worried about his mental health. The father of 3 is accused of murdering his wife, Maya Millete, in January of 2021. Her body has not been found.
It's been a nightmare, since day one.
Maya's sister and brother-in-law were in court on Monday for the judge's ruling.
We are finally going forward with my sister's case and hopefully a little bit of closure. And again, hopefully justice for my sister.
Millete was evaluated by a San Diego psychiatrist. His report to the court is confidential, but generally speaking, a defendant cannot stand trial if he is so mentally unsound that he cannot understand the court process. Milliete's attorney stipulated to the doctor's findings that he was fit to stand trial. The couple's 3 children are still living with Larry Milliete's parents in the Chula Vista house where the family was living when Maya went missing. Maya's side of the family gets court-ordered visitation with the children every other week.
We're just grateful that we are back in their lives. We're part again in their lives.
Volunteers continue the search for Maya's remains in remote areas, most recently in the North County.
We're not giving up. We will bring my sister home. I truly believe in God's timing. We'll bring her home.
Larry Milliete's criminal trial now resumes in Chula Vista Court. His next hearing is this Friday for a status conference. At the downtown courthouse, David Goffredson, CBS 8.
Tonight we're hearing from the family of a mother from the South Bay who disappeared a week ago. Loved ones held a vigil for Maya Millete at Mount San Miguel Park just up the street from her home in East Chula Vista. Police are investigating her disappearance. So far they have found no evidence of a crime and say Millete's husband Larry is cooperating. News 8's Abby Alford spoke with her husband for the first time tonight about the desperate search to find his wife. Dozens of Maya's friends and family gathered here tonight to remain focused on the search and say they will not give up hope they'll find her alive. For nearly a week, Larry Millete has not heard from his wife Maya, who missed their daughter's 11th birthday.
That's the concerning and alarming part is she wouldn't be gone this long.
We spoke to Larry for the first time by phone. He talks about Maya in the present and says he doesn't know why his wife of nearly 21 years would go missing.
I don't want to speculate. There's a lot of speculation.
On Thursday, family and friends held a vigil for Maya. Larry says that he didn't go because he's a private person, but he did see the crowd when he picked up his 11-year-old daughter from the vigil at Mount San Miguel Park.
When I got to see a little bit of it, I was just overwhelmed and thankful for all the support.
Each candle lit shines hope on finding 39-year-old Maya Millete, who also goes by May, a Chula Vista mother of 3 who has not been seen since Friday, January 8th.
It's been a nightmare. It's been painful, heartbreaking.
Her sister, Mary Christroulet, says that Maya's 9-year-old daughter saw her last inside their San Miguel Ranch home. Her family says that her Jeep and Lexus are still parked at the house.
She's always on her phone, but her phone was been off like the whole day Friday.
Mary Chris says that her sister's bedroom was locked and she wasn't inside. Her sister confirms that Larry and Maya argued the night before she went missing, but didn't say about what. Police say that Larry is cooperating. They searched the house twice and have not found evidence of a crime and have not issued search warrants, but have several detectives investigating Maya's disappearance.
It's so pretty.
Maya's family says that she loved the outdoors, hiking, and adored her kids.
She's fun-loving. Actually, she's keep us going.
Despite being active outdoors and online, police say she's left no digital footprint.
We would have loved to have heard from her one message, something.
The families created the Find May Maya Millete Facebook page and say they'll continue search teams and vigils until they find her.
I won't stop till I find her.
If you have any information about Maya's whereabouts, call Chula Vista Police.
A big development today in the case of missing mother Maya Millete, and this one focuses on her 3 children. Good afternoon, and welcome to The Four. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Heather Myers. Maya's sister, Mari Chris, asked that she be granted temporary custody of the children, but today a judge denied that request and instead ordered the children to remain with their paternal grandparents, at least for now.
News 8's Kelly Hessedal is live downtown with what happened in court today. Kelly, a lot of people are interested in what happens to these kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can tell you cameras weren't allowed inside the courtroom, but I was allowed to sit in on the hearing, and it was pretty tense. I mean, it went on for about an hour, and the person who did most of the talking was Mary Chris's attorney.
It's about what is in the best interest of the kids and how they're going to get through this, and that's it.
And his argument to the judge was this: you have to consider the extraordinary facts of this case. This is not typical. He said these kids have been emotionally neglected. They need therapy, and Larry's parents haven't made any effort to do that. He went on to say Larry's parents have proven they can't be trusted because he violated a court order and made 9 hours of phone calls to them. But the person whose opinion seemed to carry the most weight with the judge was the guardian ad litem, appointed by the court on behalf of the children, who essentially looks at the case, interviews the kids, interviews their teachers, looks at their school records, looks at the CPS documents, and basically said, here's my opinion on what's best for them. And she said overall they're doing okay. She said their teachers haven't noticed any major changes in their behavior. They're doing well in school. She said, I don't think it's necessary to turn their world upside down and change up the custody situation, at least not right now. The judge agreed and reminded both sides there are no winners or losers. She said these children are not going to be used as pawns.
This is a very sensitive case that involves minor children who have been through an extraordinary amount over the course of the last 10 months. In our court hearing, the court ordered that neither the paternal grandparents, my client, or really anybody else associated with the case is to make any statements to the children about this case or the criminal case.
And he wouldn't comment beyond that. And one thing to point out was that he said May's sister was willing to move here to San Diego, to relocate here, so that the kids could remain in school in Chula Vista. However, the judge said, let's just keep things as consistent as we can for these kids. Let's let them stay in the home they grew up in, let them sleep in their beds. Let's just try to keep this as normal as we can, or as much as we can considering the circumstances. Heather and Carlo.
Well, we do want to ask, though, about visitation, because we understand that the children have not seen their mother's side of the family since she was reported missing, which has almost been a year now. Has Maya's family been granted visitation of their nieces and nephews?
Yeah, and that was the one bright spot for May's family in this hearing, is that the judge allowed regular visitation for Maya's family. So every Sunday from 12 to 5 p.m., they will be allowed to visit the 3 children here in San Diego. And as you mentioned, I mean, they haven't really seen the kids in almost a year. Now, keep in mind, though, this again was a temporary custody hearing today. A permanent custody hearing is set for January.
All right, Kelly Hessedal reporting live. I know a lot of people surprised at this ruling somewhat, but if you listen to the court's reasoning, you can understand it. It appears the kids are doing well, and that's all of our concern. Kelly Hessedal, thanks.